I was just going to put up this last video that I made. It's being done on behalf of, well, because I'm Martian, and let alone that, well, now, right about now, Mars is on my Mercury. If you have any late degree cardinal, as I've been talking, which is like, would you please explain what you mean by late cardinal? Well, the cardinal signs are the cardinal signs. There's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. These are three groups in astrology that four signs belong to. The cardinal signs they're all on angles, which are squares. There's the cardinal squares, the fixed squares, and the mutable squares. And now, because astrology represents the evolution of human consciousness, like the literal I am, and then what are we doing here? The squares are pointing at, okay, so you have the first is the cardinal squares, which what we're dealing with is, it's a pretty heavy square. It's having to do with the equinoxes, which brings in energy from the cosmos very directly, is I guess the way you can say it, but it's on an angle. It's the equinoxes. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Everybody knows Capricorn is on the midheaven. It's the 10th house, or Capricorn. That's the goal. Like, everybody has the goal to be Capricorn. Well, Capricorn is the one that climbs the mountain way up there, and it's like, are you able to do that? Yes, they're fully equipped, and they love it. They love being on the very top, and they work hard doing that, and the view is amazing, right? And the experience is cool. Really, it's a little bit much, it's like, well, can you calm down? Can you come down from there? I mean, can you see? Capricorn does not stay there unless you're an Aries rising like me, and so it's just, that's the way humanity is they're very ambitious, and that's one of the things we associate it with money and stuff. Anyway, Pluto, and that's the thing in the air right now. It's kind of a drag, with Mars square Pluto in the air, and it's not going to really let up. Until like some degrees is after that it has gone into Scorpio, and when the Mars goes into Scorpio, to me, I would say personally, it's an easier energy. It's better. There's going to be a lot more structure because of an understanding that's going to promote healing. But for some reason, right now we are going through looking into this thing. But I'm here to tell you about the bullies and the warring that is just flaring up. It's that Mars and Capricorn, I mean, sorry, Mars and Libra setting off the Capricorn energy that we have had it to the hilt. And if you haven't noticed, it's the last purge, I did. It's like, well, just hang tight, you guys. You're going to experience a little bit of the old, like subconscious, like more like unconscious fear about things. Old patterning just pop up. It's kind of very unconscious. You know, it's something we're going to grow up out of. We're going to grow out of it. We're going to get better. We're going to get better. It's just the way it is. It's amazing, and you don't need to. See, a lot of people think that, well, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get there, to get better? And it's like, believe it or not, just meditate. Do as less as you can. If you think you have to do something, just meditate, because the time is going to come where you're going to activate. I don't know if you've noticed, babes, this is how you live, is that you activate into service. I guess I'm just speaking for my half of the organism, which is kind of woman, and we're not here to force things into existential reality. Why? It's already here. Can you work with it a little bit? Give way? Like, what does that mean? Oh, wow, that means that. What is it? It's its own intelligence. Shit, don't ask me, ask it. Look at it. And that goes with even your organs. A woman knows that right away. We have organization. Organization. arguably, it's probably better than womanization, but I'm going to get back to this after I make my title to the next video. It's about Mars, Pluto, our Mars. By the way, Mars has to do with men. Now, anybody knows that the Mars, Pluto, who does astrology, if you see somebody with Mars, Pluto in their chart, babes, you want to know what a psychopath is? You want to find out if somebody's a possible danger, and or if they're a narcissist. I mean, watch out if they're a woman. Woo! Boy, see, because the rule is like, if you want to know what kind of a man that a woman attracts, look at her Mars, and then furthermore, look and see if there's any aspects to it. Look at what house it's in, what sign it's in, what degree, and the aspects. Is there a square? Getting back to the squares. Sorry about that. The cardinal squares. I mean, all the squares, cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Everybody knows there's the fixed signs, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. See, all of them are lit up when Pluto clicks over into Aquarius, which is like, oh God. We worry about the fixed sign squares when they suffer like that they have to change. We're already experiencing them. They were kind of already loosening up with Uranus being in Taurus, which is kind of hilarious. It's like, will you loosen up? No, I go down like China, and it's just shatter. Luckily, that's kind of an illusion. It's because it's like, God, look how beautiful those crystals are. There's so many more fractals we can work with. Anyway, I don't know, something that Taurus can work with, really. Taurus is like, of course, it's all crystalline consciousness. Yay, baby. Back to let's create, let's get the good stuff out of this and put it together, maintain it as memory. And then Gemini says, okay, see, Gemini is the mutable, is part of the mutable squares. Now the squares, it's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. And it's 4. It's always 4 with the squares. So there's cardinal, fixed, and mutable, 3, and that makes up 12, which has 4 in each. You see. The mutable squares are interesting. They're very much mutable. They're pliable. They're going to change. It has to do with change, and those signs have to do with change. If you look at the seasons that they are located in, there's a lot of change that goes on with them. But all the seasons are right. But the Mars Pluto. See, I'm just doing this as some relief because there is a lot of heaviness in the air, and I would naturally, with Mars on my Mercury, even though it's squared, I'm having a forever Mercury square affliction. Pluto has been pounding on me, and it's just not fun, babes. I know, to be quiet and be cool and not be negative and blah blah blah. But I just watch this era, as it's not just me, huns. Humanity has something to purge out, and I'm gonna say it, if it's just me here out of 6 billion, am humanity. Say it! Say it! And anyway, just trying to share my experience here about our Mars Pluto square season of warring. I don't want to say that. Just the square is enough. If you know anything about it, it's about war. It's really like this Venetian slash Martian. Where's the slash? Sorry about that. I'm kind of going blind. Martian, and I don't. And the keys are missing on my machine. Martian. Put that capitalized, please. Thank you. And capitalize Pluto. I go through the trouble because I know that other people know that that's just the way you have to be if you're going to be a master of the universe. Plus, you have to capitalize all your vowels and make sure that there is the upper spectrum math plus a little bird in the word to mix up, to just kind of dial your perception in alignment to the higher vibrational frequencies of energy and vibration. So Venetian, Martian, polarization, but is real reflection of a breakdown in let's say, because I want you to know in this next video, I'm going to post this one pretty soon, I guess, try to tell you, I'll just do it in the description here, pardon me, polarization. This is pillarization, it's fine. Didn't know there was such a thing. Israel, reflection, breakdown, and see, in America, because America is actually ran on Israel. I don't know how to explain this, but all the mind control and the money and stuff like that, the weirdness of it happens to be is mastermind, I think, by Israeli intelligences who, of course, I mean, if we need it, say we, but if America is needing their oil, their source of energy, of a breakdown in A. Oh boy. Yeah, the energy thing, how that there is a push to try to go more electric. Why? Well, of course, see, Donald Trump is only there as a puppet, but guess who owns Donald Trump? Guess who owns all the people in Congress and the whole American Congress and probably globally, Huns? Whoever's wearing the tiresome blue tuxedos with the white undershirt and the red ties. That is fucking Israel that owns Trump and the Star-Spangled Banner. I hate to say it. How? Well, a change of hands. Slow change of hands and power. Power. Oh, well, what is that power? Well, I say it's power over taking control of the mind. And then ignorant me thinking, well, can you check for me? Is Israel next to Jerusalem over there where it's kind of a religious blah, kind of, maybe it's always been going on there and it's a bit of a plague. But really, what kind of powers are there really? Who is it, that is stationed there doing what? And I say doing what to what, Shauna? Well, there's a W there. There's W. Well, but I like to say Tumen. I like to say the Tumen, because now we're talking about just as a whole, the organism, two are involved. Woman might be just being used as an incubator, but see that the one who would work for her and they live within their own incubation of potential, that that potential comes out through a way of life that involves meditation. Say like something is getting in between that, and of course it's easy for one side to just say no and strong arm its way into being something that it's full on believing that is the righteous way, which I was just thinking of the word righteous versus another state of thinking that you're right or something like that. But anyway, thanks for listening to this. I don't like any of it. I'm not impressed with the woman's position. The woman. I'm not impressed with the two characters that play women and men, is what I mean. As far as, because what is really a man and a woman, I think would be a little bit different than what displays itself, at least where I'm at, I mean, in my area, How about yours? Do you feel a little different than even the ones that you're supposed to be the same as? Comment section down below. Just try and hear yourself think every once in a while. I can't do it all.